Brookside Consulting, the best path to the cloud for voice, video, contact centers, as well as fast and reliable internet. Brookside Consulting has decades of experience with phones and internet. Together, we help find the best solution to meet your specific needs and budget for cloud-based voice, video, and contact centers. We handle everything from solution design and contracts to implementation, including integration to business apps like Microsoft Teams, Salesforce, Oracle's NetSuite, HubSpot, and actually most CRMs. And because everything's in the cloud, high-speed internet is no longer a luxury, it's a requirement. Brookside Consulting provides wholesale pricing and will order network services for you from major carriers for fiber, coax, 5G LTE, and managed SD WAN solutions. We manage the entire process for you so you never have to talk to a carrier again. Most companies sell one product. We sell all the major ones. Which provider and carrier combination meets your specific needs and budget? Well, when it comes to cloud-based phone service, contact center, and video, we work with a lot of the major providers and we stick with the ones that are part of the Gartner Magic Quadrant. When it comes to network services, we stay with all the major carriers, from AT&T, Spectrum, and Grande to IntelliPeer, Suddenlink, Frontier, all of them. And when it comes to managed LANs, we basically using SD WAN, we work with all the major providers as well and find the best solution to meet your specific needs. We're talking about unified communications as a service, which is your phone system today with voice, voicemail, screen sharing, SMS texting, HD video, and a built-in soft phone to allow you to work anywhere on any device. When we start looking at, like I said, Gartner's Magic Quadrant helps you figure out what is going on with all the top providers in this space. So as you can see, there's the challengers, the leaders, the niche players, and the visionaries. Gartner helps you get the good, the bad, and the ugly on all the different providers in this space. So as you can see, here's their Magic Quadrant. That's where all the different providers are that we normally work with, and can provide solutions that will use any of the SIP-based phones. All of them, they seem to have, each one of these is unique in what it offers, and some are definitely better than others when it comes to your specific needs. For example, when we start talking about UCaaS, it's a cloud-based phone service that replaces your phone system and your lines and gives you voice, chat, HD video, built-in soft phone, as well as some basic call center, including, queuing of phone calls and agent reports. When we start talking about contact centers as a service, now we're talking about omni-channel using AI, and being able to integrate with social media, your website, web chat, self-service IVR chatbots with analytics and AI, customer journey analytics, call recording with screen capture, speech analytics and AI, quality management. All these things are part of what we consider to be an enterprise contact center as a service solution. So when we start talking about contact centers as a service, like I said, it's a different group of players with the exception of 8x8 that all are in the same analogy when it comes to the Magic Quadrant. So with business communication channels, how have you communicated with businesses in the last 12 months? If you look at this, you see going from telephones all the way across, one of the things that stands out is chatbots. Chatbots is a big part of what is allowing people to self-service, get the information and things that they need. It's part of an omni-channel contact center that allows you to be able to track everything like voice, from email and web chat to SMS to chatbots and social media integration. It helps you really track everything within your CRM with integrations to Oracle NetSuite, Salesforce, and HubSpot, among others. It's very simple to be able to integrate all this stuff today. It doesn't cost a lot of money. Now, chatbots have changed the world we live in today. So a self-service chatbot is going to connect your customers with tech support, customer service, or sales. It's going to try to do what it can to help them figure out what it is they need and how to help them. So when you look at the website, it comes up in the bottom corner. How can I help you today? I mean, this has come up on a lot of websites people are using today. And then from there, it just starts to ask you questions and try to figure out what it is that you need and if it can help you. It's very neat for your IT support help desk to where it can hand off calls after it's gathered some information. There's seamless resolution, automatic self-service. All these things help increase customer service without much cost. And when you start talking about how it works, you get better self-service, you get ticket categorization alignment, password reset, all these things, automatic workflows, all these things are done automatically by the customer. When we start talking about international chat, voice, and video, we start talking about ways to use things like WhatsApp to integrate your customer service through your data center so your customers can connect with you however it is on their particular way that they want to connect with you. We have business software integration to be able to integrate to all the major CRMs and providers so that we have a soft phone built into the actual screen of NetSuite in this situation where we see inbound calls, outbound calls, email, chat, web requests, things of that nature. Here's what it looks like in Salesforce. Once again, a soft phone embedded into the screen so that the users really have everything in front of them and get screen pops and things of that nature. We also integrate multiple things like Salesforce and Microsoft Teams. These are all things that can be kind of a slippery slope, especially when you're talking about Microsoft. When we talk about Microsoft Teams, one of the other things that we help companies do is to voice enable Teams. In some cases, they want to be able to have Microsoft Teams on the desktop and a phone service in the background. This allows you to get rid of your legacy phone system hardware and all your phone lines. By moving voice to Microsoft Teams, you use it as your phone system. So it's easy to set up, implement, and manage and use. No user training required. No change really to the Teams user experience. It's essentially the calls button that's already there on the screen is available now for inbound and outbound calling. So you can make and receive calls within the Teams app. So what this allows you to do is use one app for voice, chat, video, screen sharing, task management, and file sharing. Pretty slick. So when we start looking at any device, anywhere, we have a single log on, single sign on, so they don't have any idea that there's even a carrier or anybody in the background. They just think they're using Teams to make and receive calls. So once again, one app for everything really works out great. And of course, there's a built-in soft phone that allows you to be able to use it on any mobile app, on any type of device. So why would you move voice, chat, and video to the cloud? Well, there's minimal upfront costs, and it pays for itself through savings when you compare the total cost per user for what you have today. Reduces complexity and responsibility for IT by getting rid of legacy server hardware and circuits. Consolidate collaboration tools to reduce the number of apps, logins, and passwords for both users and IT to manage. Integration to key business app just speeds up the business. So integration to Teams and Salesforce and G Suite are all possibilities. Provide the best possible customer and agent experience with omni-channel, AI, and analytics. Pay for what you need on a per user basis and always have the latest features and capabilities. It also meets business continuity and security goals with enterprise connectivity using fiber and SD WAN. Speaking of fiber, we basically have several trusted carriers and aggregators that we work with. All the major ones, carriers are all, we work with them directly, as well as to aggregators, depending on each individual end user and what their needs are. When you compare carriers to aggregators, carriers, you're basically usually a small fish in a big pond. You're just a customer number. You deal with the same with a local sales rep of the week. There's one solution, the price is the price, and most have overseas customer service. When you move into aggregators, you get better pricing and better customer service. There's two things people are looking for, because they get volume discounts from all the carriers. They do their own pricing and billing. They provide multiple carriers providers on a single bill, and they have US-based account managers that are a single point of contact to help you with whatever you need. Work with an aggregator and never talk to a carrier again. So once again, when we're talking about the internet, it can be very frustrating, especially lately. When the internet goes down, nothing works. Okay, everything's moved to the cloud. So when there's no internet, there's no phones, there's no Teams, all these things go out. And there's been major internet outages over the last few months that have really, from companies from FedEx to Fidelity to PlayStation, Costco, all these guys have had major outages that have been revenue affecting for them. So we help provide the highest level of business continuity by, if it's a single site, we may look at 2 fiber providers or a fiber provider and a coax, whatever it takes to be able to provide the right solution to never go down in a multi-carrier environment. When it's multi-site, it makes more sense to look at SD WAN. So the ability with software to manage your network and be able to have connections for fiber, coax, and wireless, a combination of 2 or 3 of those at every site to make sure that you always have access to Teams, G Suite, Zoom, all the different cloud-based solutions. So it all comes down to your current monthly cost. How much is your monthly bill for each of these things? All your phone bills, your internet access, your legacy phone system, your cloud-based phone system, IT resources that you're spending on, messing with the phones and the internet, security, what are you spending there? Cloud-based collaboration apps like WebEx, Zoom, GoToMeeting, Slack, all those. And then web chat. Are you paying for a third party per click for your website? Because that'll really add up. Bottom line is you get to your total monthly cost divided by the number of your users, and you get to your cost per user. And that's where it all starts. So that's what with Brookside Consulting, we help provide the best possible customer employee experience together with the highest level of business continuity. Our website is www.brooksidus.com. It's very informative. It's got sections from Gartner and write-ups. It's a really informative website that I hope that you'll check out. And I hope you'll give us a chance to talk to you about how we can help your business communicate like never before.